right, man. I feel that women shouldn't have rosters, especially they shouldn't have rosters. But you hear a lot of people saying, a lot of women, especially black women, get on the internet and they're giving women advice that their mothers gave them, and their grandmothers gave them, and their aunties and TTs, whatever you want to call them, gave them by saying, you should go be a hoe, live in your hoe phase. And like I keep telling y'all, man, I'm always pointing back to when Monique said how they heard a lot of bad things growing up about black men, and they was conditioned to hate black men, and they had to relearn how to love black men, and the things they heard wasn't true. That's because from the beginning of the time, or the beginning of that little era, a lot of black women, they just attracted to negativity. I'm telling y'all, man, I've been in relationships with black women. They like negativity. They like toxic and toxic sex. They get turned on by arguments. They feel like if you ain't being combative, or you ain't angry, or you ain't yelling and screaming or going back and forth, you don't care. You ain't showing passion. I'm just being real with you. So they tend to choose the wrong guys, and even though they know they're wrong for them and they don't conform, which they said 80-20 rule. Now it's kind of going 81-19%. They saying that 81% of women only go for 19% of black guys. You know what I'm saying, or men in general. So that's the guy 6 feet, this, that, and the third. And excuse my hair itching like a mug. But and they know these guys are not good for them. And since they won't conform and do what, they can't take a bad dude and turn him good, you know what I'm saying? Or they can't break them. So then they go around and say all black men are bad. Right? So, they show, don't get rid of your money. I heard older women tell younger men, you never get rid of your money, man. And I'm telling y'all, it's nasty work out here. This is why you got a lot of guys that just said, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with black women no more. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of guys. I don't understand how people can be mad, at guys for doing that. Even women, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But if you don't like a particular, my thing is this, as a woman, if you say, well, I only like the Pookies and the Ray, let's keep it real with yourself. Well, I only like a particular type of dude, right? And that particular type of dude don't like you. Let's say a professional guy. Let's not be stereotypical. And you can't never get a professional guy that you want. But then you say, well, I'm going to go date a white guy. But the white guy that you going for, he ain't professional. He a blue collar guy. He electrician, he whatever, mechanic, whatever. So you go for the blue collar guy. And the question would be then why didn't you give the blue collar brother an opportunity? See, with men, they give a lot of people opportunity. They give a hood rat an opportunity. They give a bitch at McDonald's, excuse my language, an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They date professional women. You know what I'm saying? They date nurses, even though what they say about nurses. They even give them crazy ass therapists an opportunity. So a lot of dudes date across the board. You know what I'm saying? They'll try something, then when they finish. But women shouldn't really have rosters because physically their anatomy is not built for so. And that's why you see they say 50% of black women, have that disease that you can't get rid of. It ain't life-threatening per se, but the bump that, keep coming back, right? And a lot of women, I see a lot of other women, that's non-black say, it's normal and everybody has it. You're not built to sleep around. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact. And then, once you have so many different experiences, men know. Even simpletons know. Like I was talking to Myron and shit, right? And he was telling me a situation where he knew somebody, and I'm just keep it bland. He knew somebody that was with a woman, and everybody knew that the woman was cheating on him, and everybody knew but him. That nigga know. He knows. A lot of men don't want to face reality. A lot of men know if you seeing other dudes. So even if you want to take a particular guy seriously, he knows that if you seeing other dudes, he already know, like, all right. Because what's the chance that, okay, you dating a guy And I'll get back a little bit to the anatomy, just a smidget. You dating a guy, but you still letting your ex beat it up, right? Or you still dating multiple guys. All right, if you get serious with the guy that you dating, are you really going to cut the rest of them dudes off? Absolutely not. You're not going to cut the rest of those guys off. One guy might be providing intellect. One guy might be a trick and giving you money and stuff. One guy might be a fool guy. One guy might beat it up right. You know, so really guys be knowing. But if guys be like, if guys became more pickier and said like, you know, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like I don't like, if they can just say I don't even want the box. If they can say I don't even want the box, if they can take their mind off the box, that's all it is. Because they know you for the streets. So once you kind of get into that, guys know if you're talking to somebody else. Therefore, you really took your way, you took yourself out the running from being marriage material. And even if, you know, he act like he don't know and he trying to compete with other guys to win your heart, you're not going to want, that's not going to be the guy you want to marry. That's not going to be the guy you want to marry. That's not going to be the alpha guy that you want or the guy that you're really shooting for. If you got a guy you really, really like, women always want to know what you're doing. They always want to be under your, on top of your skin. They always want to be up under you. Real talk, especially in the beginning. So if you ain't trying to leak with him all the time or trying to leak with him every weekend, he know you going to Pound Town and with another dude. Or y'all only talk once a month. Or y'all only leak up once a month. Or something like that. He knows. So if you out here, you know, you out here eventually, you want to be taken care of, you want to be chosen, you want to be married. Being a hoe and having a rotation is nasty work. All you're going to do is increase your chances of taking yourself out the game with diseases. And then a lot of times it's just going to be the point you're going to be with so many other dudes is that you are going to want the best part of each dude in one dude, and that's not going to happen. Or you might just say, I'm just tired of doing this, but at the end of the day, you can't unsee what you saw. So once you're used to doing something for so long, eventually you're like, well, okay, well, you got the women that say, well, you got the reform hoes. Nah, eventually they're going to want to return back to the streets. It's called the midlife crisis. Excuse me, neck hurting. So once she then went to Pound Town, and she done been in the whole carousel, she's going to eventually revert back to that at some point. When you make her mad, she gonna text her ex or text the dudes, or y'all go through a rocky part, or she get bored. She's going to wonder what's on the other side. Only a sucker is gonna marry her. Only a sucker. So women, you know, they say, "Ooh, let's date with attention." Only women, that's most of these modern women that's been to Pound Town, that done traveled across the world, that ain't got flipped like a nickel. They talk about, you know, oh, I'm ready to intentionally date. That's because they ain't been intentionally dating. They've been going to Pound Town. Anytime, oh, a guy got to do this, a guy got to do that. Anytime a woman say that, that mean, real talk, she start listing demands out. That means she done been through the ringer. She for the streets. She done been on the cock carousel. So women, your best thing to do is, hey, stay in shape. You know, if you want to get educated, get your money together. You know what I'm saying? And then once you, go out there and intentionally date in the beginning. Yes, your first relationship is not going to be the greatest, usually. Maybe not even your second serious relationship. But you should date with intentions from the beginning. Don't go to a hoe phase because you get ran a train on, or you get a dude with a big thing, or one dude do this, that, and the third for you. You're going to be looking at it in one guy, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You ain't going to find the perfect guy. You should intentionally date from as soon as you're a legal adult. But hey, that's just my opinion on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.